My coworker wanted me to lie to HR about witnessing her harassment complaint. My coworker Tiffany grabbed my arm in the break room and pulled me into the corner. I tried to pull away, but she held on tight. You need to tell HR you heard Vincent harass me. She sounded desperate and pissed off at the same time. I had no idea what she was talking about. What are you talking about? I asked, and she looked around to make sure nobody was listening. Yesterday in the supply room, you walked past the door at 2 o'clock. You heard him say inappropriate things to me. I felt sick. I did walk past that supply room yesterday at exactly 2, but the door was closed and I didn't hear anything. Tiffany, I didn't hear anything. I just kept walking to my desk. Her whole face changed and she got this look that honestly scared me. That doesn't matter. He passed me over for promotion twice. You just tell them you heard something inappropriate. I felt stuck with my back against the wall. I can't lie to HR about harassment because that could destroy someone's career. She squeezed my arm even harder until it actually hurt. Too bad. I filed the complaint an hour ago. Your name is on it as a witness. They're calling you in tomorrow. Back me up or I look like a liar and you look like you're protecting him. My heart was racing and I realized she wasn't asking anymore. Fine. I'll tell HR exactly what I heard. She looked so relieved and pulled me into this weird hug that felt wrong. I sat in that HR office and I honestly thought I might throw up. 2 investigators were staring at me from across the table and Tiffany's complaint was sitting right there between us. The woman looked at me. Tell us what you heard near the supply room yesterday at 2 o'clock. I took a breath. I walked past the supply room at 2 o'clock. I didn't stop walking. I didn't hear any conversation or voices coming from inside. Everything went quiet and her pen stopped moving while she stared at me. You heard nothing at all? She sounded suspicious. I kept my voice steady. That's correct. I have no idea who was inside or what was said, so I can't confirm anything happened. The guy leaned forward. Tiffany's statement says you were close enough to hear and that you can confirm inappropriate sexual comments were made by Vincent. I looked right at him. I can't confirm something I never heard. He pushed some papers toward me. Sign this statement. I got back to my desk and my phone was going crazy. 15 texts from Tiffany already. What did you tell them? They just called me. What did you say? Answer me right now. I opened my drawer and shoved the phone inside. Half an hour later, I heard heels hitting the floor really hard. Tiffany walked past my desk and her face was bright red. Her hands were in fists and she wouldn't look at me, but I could tell she was furious. The HR door slammed so hard it shook the wall and I could hear her yelling through the door. Everyone around me stopped working to watch. She was in there for over an hour. I actually timed it. When the door opened, Tiffany looked terrible. Her mascara was running down her face and she was breathing hard. The next morning, she was standing at my desk before I even sat down. I was still holding my coffee when she said it. You told them you didn't hear anything. Her voice cracked. I sat down and opened my laptop because I couldn't look at her. I told them the truth. She slammed her hand on my desk so hard my coffee almost spilled. I needed you to back me up. Now they think I'm making everything up. People were staring at us now. You are making it up. I said it quiet enough that only she heard. She started shaking and I thought she might actually hit me. You just destroyed everything I worked for. She turned around and basically ran away from my desk. That afternoon, HR called in 6 different people from our department. Vincent acted completely normal and even smiled at me once in the hallway. Tiffany stopped showing up to lunch and stopped talking to everyone. Every time someone walked near the HR office, she looked up and her face went white. Vincent went into HR with a lawyer and came out 20 minutes later looking totally fine. I felt so much better seeing that. A few hours later, they called Tiffany back in. She jumped up so fast her chair rolled back and hit the wall really loud. She looked terrified. 2 hours went by and then the door opened. Tiffany came out and she looked awful. Her eyes were swollen from crying and her face was all red. She went to her desk and started throwing her stuff into a box. Her hands were shaking so bad she dropped her coffee mug and it broke all over the floor. She didn't even look at it and just kept packing. She picked up the box and had to walk right past my desk to leave. She stopped and stared at me. I hope you're happy. She could barely get the words out. I told them what I heard, I said. She opened her mouth like she wanted to say something else but nothing came out. Then she just walked away. Tiffany never came back. Vincent kept his job and got promoted to senior director. The opening on his team went to me.